But the overall version of me, if my daughter married a man that is somewhat similar to me, cool. If my son becomes a better man than me, but can take some of the core foundation and become better, great. We're in a good place. So I don't I don't worry my I don't worry about if other men are taking accountability, except for my boys. If I hear my guys, like from Corey to my brothers I grew up with to anyone is in my circle that's blaming this person, I'll let you get your feelings out because I understand it's like you're just woe is me right now. You're airing out your feelings. But usually my next question is like, well, then how are you going to change it? Yeah, how are you fixing this? And that to me is a brotherhood of men because you should be able to have someone in your life that asks you how you're going to do that. And then hopefully you get to a point where you ask yourself, like I always ask myself, like, how can I get to where I'm going? And I'm blessed. I have like someone like Corey. When I first came in here today, it's like these people are asking me to interview them. And it's not that I don't believe I deserve it. I want to understand why it's happening, how it's happening, so I can crack the matrix and become even better. My goal is like I'm always needing to get better. There's a downside to it though, is that I win, quote unquote. I enjoy it for 30 seconds. Anthony wins a fight, Ryan wins a fight, someone wins, the ladies who just won titles win a fight. It's like, yeah, I'm amped. And instantly, new goals are being set. It's like it's just like that. New goals are being set now. And it's the same way with the loss, it'll sit a little bit longer. And I'm like, fuck, like, how can I do this better? What can I do better? I should have called this. I should have called that. I got to do better in the gym. I got to figure it out in the gym. Okay. This is how I got to do it. Okay. They needed to work on this. Damn. I should have put more time into this. So we got to put more time into this. But I don't want to get lost in this because the other foundations I have are working. They just need more time. And so it's like learning that balance where before I would have swayed one way, swayed another way. And now it's just finding like I don't need to move that much. I have to trust in myself that we're moving in the right direction and just trust in the foundation that I'm building and understand that, like, in regards to my fighters, they're all young. That none of them have been doing this for more than 5 years. Actually, they're all 3 years and less. So it's we like we got time. We're 3 or 4 years less, yeah. So we got time to build it. Does that all make sense?
It does. I think when we were talking, what made me really start to think about some things and that perspective was when you're like, you got a black man. And I was like,
Well,
what?
within reason.
Right. No,
Within
right.
reason, because
Just like that, it was funny. And then it, there were certain things because the accountability and
well, see, you might run into those problems with black men too, or Hispanic men,
no doubt,
because it's what
I know that it was an opposite, like a
yeah.
joking comment, but it did make me reflect on certain things and the type of men that I'm around.
So I'll dive more into that in a second. So what's up, everybody? You Control You podcast. What I'm grateful for. Great conversation. God, my family, life. Hmm. Grateful that I've had enough trials and tribulations placed in my life to always make me reflect. Yeah, I like that one. That one felt like it hit home. So yeah. So we have Melissa in the back, Corey in the back, of course. And so you may not hear exactly what they'll say. I'll repeat what they say and then talk about it. This is sort of a off schedule podcast here. We were supposed to have somebody in the building. Things didn't work out with the schedule, so just sort of doing our own thing and just coming to you, just having a real conversation. And so the the reason I told Melissa that she should try outside of just white men. And some of that is, oh, deviant, that's what's up. Um, like I'm mixed, so nothing wrong with white men. I look at it like this. There's the reason why back in the day women started enjoying Viking men is because they were these brutal monsters that could conquer all and smell good. They had a different little aura about them. They smell good. They were giants. They could beat people up. And they learned that from the Moors, right? So it's not saying that black men or Hispanic men don't act like boys. Like you it's hard. I imagine for a woman it's not easy to find a man, right? And so, but it's also at the same token, it's not easy for men to find a woman. So what I will say is that a lot of times the man is a man, his insecurities that come out are still stuck in boyhood, me included. My biggest, like, when if my insecurities come full out and that incredible Hulk side, that Hyde side comes out, that darker side, if it's not in the right circumstance, so if I'm not behind closed doors having grown folk doing grown folk business or in fighting, that can come out that can come out very badly. And so it's understanding that and having that control on that side. And yeah, so I don't want you to think that, like, oh, black men are the answer, because I believe if you erase all color and religion and just look at men on a spectrum, I think right now we live in a world where men aren't growing up and aren't handling their business as men. So, and that's not every man. That's just, it's like they're not doing it. And some of the blame is on both men and women. So, because I don't believe a woman can raise a man to be a man. I believe they can give them tools, but you can't do it. And I believe men need to be around more to help raise these men and encourage these young men to think for themselves and figure it out and do better for themselves. So it's like it's this circular thing that the more I look at history, we spend too much time blaming each other. And actually, the episode, the second half of the Weight of Leadership, we call it the Bonnie Blue edition, that's coming out this Friday. Yeah, it made me think about that a lot. It's like, and I listened to a couple different podcasts on feminism and listening to women talk about it with women. And it's really easy to blame feminism for a lot of the problems, but I think you don't have feminism if men don't abuse the power, right? It's like, so it's this weird thing where it's like we can't seem to find a middle ground. It's like we sway one way, we sway another thing, and I get it. As I just described myself as, when I'm coaching, sway one way, sway another way. Even with my two kids, swayed really far with my daughter, swayed the other way with my son, and now finding that middle ground when it comes to my son and how I'm going to raise him in the approach. It's like I need to be militant with him, but at the same time, I need to be understanding and let him make mistakes as a man as well, and let him learn that there's consequences for making these mistakes. If he doesn't get up on time, if he doesn't eat right, if he doesn't do this, like watching him go through these things and push himself to these uncomfortable places. And so it's it's finding this balance. And so I believe that a lot of times you have young men and young women arguing about different things, and in 20 years their mind frame might be different, and it's like you're swaying one way or the other, if that makes sense. So
You're talking about getting your feelings out, but then what are you going to do about it? And that I thought was a really big statement of accountability.
So what do you? So Melissa's saying that I mentioned something to her earlier about. Say that again.
Getting your feelings out, like
Getting your
compared
feelings
like
out.
to brothers that you were talking about, like where if you're complaining about something or bitching about something that's, you know, going on in life, you're like, yeah, but how are you take what are you gonna do? How are you gonna take
Yeah.
accountability that
So
you're part of it? That's
that's the one thing I will say that has always happened as a kid. Like again, I'll remove race from it, but it's like being able to talk with your brothers, and it's not like we're sitting around saying, "I feel like this." It's the fact that my brothers will hold me accountable. Like if I came to Corey and said, if I just made up a story, let me see. Bro, I went to the casino and man, I thought for sure I had this hand and I bet $50,000 on it and I lost. And now I'm losing the gym and my wife. Like he might say, damn, that sucks. But if I keep complaining, yeah, man, they like this shouldn't have happened. Like, I don't even know why this happened. He might give me a look like, you know why it happened.
Bro.
Like, at some point, you got to look at me and say, you messed up. Right. And so I've been lucky. And some of that's on purpose. Like, I don't want yes men in my circle. It's like, let me know that I messed up. Like, you don't got to do it in a harsh way, but like, yo, you messed this up. You jagged this. Like, you could do this better. And I think that really starts with young men because we just make fun of each other. It's like I remember, I remember I was messing around with multiple women, and they all they all found out, and all my boys just clown me. They just clown me for like a day or two, and it's like that we protect these young men from each other so much that like we forget that banter, that talking crap back and forth, check somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I'm around my guys, if they call me fat boy or something like that, if I get in my feelings, I'm like, oh, maybe I should get a little bit smaller right now, right? Like maybe I shouldn't let that maybe I should do something about that, right? And so it's just those type of things. And so, but also it's good to be open with your boys, like quote unquote vulnerable. It's just weird. And this I found a cosign from it. I was reading this book, Way to a Superior Man, and he talked about there's a chapter in this, and the chapters are really short, which I like. And it's it talked about how if they gave an example. So say this guy, Tom or whatever, is he's with his boys and he keeps talking about like, man, this woman is so gorgeous. She's got like she's this, she's that. Man, I can't stop thinking about her. She's always on my mind. And this goes on for like a day or two, like a couple times they hang out. They should challenge him and be like, hey, either do something about it or let it go. Like, go holler at her. And Tom is married in this situation. Go do something about it or let it go. Notice that his boys didn't tell him, oh, you shouldn't be thinking this, you shouldn't do. It was a direct challenge, like either do something about it or let it go because we're sick of hearing about it. Tom chilled, thought about it, and he was like, yo, thank you for saying that. I have been putting too much energy in this other into thinking about this other woman. I'm not going to pursue it. I'm going to put that energy into my home. Boom. Now, if he went and did it and told them about it, they might say, "Yeah, that's cool." I They're probably not, whether or not they stay friends, they're probably going to still be boys. They're going to be friends. It was just like, well, are you sure this was the right move? Are you sure this is the direction you want to go in type of deal? And so it's it's just important to have dudes around you that you can trust that won't be yes men. Like Corey's not a yes man when it comes to me doing things. I don't want a yes man. I couldn't get to this point on this platform. Like I really looked at it. I'm like, we have there's what 51 weeks in a year? 52?
52 weeks. Yep.
52 weeks. And my 52nd episode is coming out this Friday. And we still got some that are coming out in the next few weeks. Plus this one. It's like, oh, I've got a year's worth of content that I've just been smacking folks in the face with every single week. This is dope. This is cool. I can only be at this point because Corey just being real with me about certain things. So it's not about feelings. It's about everybody's got feelings. You just need to be honest about that shit. Just need to be like, go past the feelings and just ask yourself, how can I be better?
And that accountability that you were talking about too. And what you had said something that I like literally had to pull out my notebook and write down. And part of it was a man that's okay with failing is still a boy, not a man.
Yeah. So Melissa's saying she wrote down something I just said. A man that's okay with failing is still a boy. I believe that wholeheartedly. You are going to lose. You are going to mess up. You're going to fall down. You're going to, whatever analogy you want to use, whatever. You're going to miss the shot, drop the ball, like whatever the case is. Your reaction after that happens will define if you're a man or a boy. Because a man will find a way to get back up and do it again, and get back up and do it again. And a boy will just say, woe is me. Somebody come help me. And blame others for their misfortune. We can't do it alone, but you can only find the right kind of help if you get up. And while in the process of getting up, somebody might be there to give a hand. Someone might help you up but you had to get up. You had to start that process. You had to decide that I'm not laying down anymore. The timetable on that is different for everybody. There's been times I've been knocked down where I've been knocked down for probably like a month or two. When I messed up my leg and lost the ability of using my foot, I was woe is me for like 2.5, 3 months at least. It was just a process of building it back up, getting back up and doing it. So there's no timetable on it. It's just don't give up. I go back to Get Rich and Die Trying. After 50 gets shot in the movie, 50 gets popped, and he's sitting around, woe is me, and his girl is about to leave and she's taking the child, and she was like, you've always been, what did she say? You've never showed emotion, or you've always been this person, but now it's just like you gave up. And he goes and he smashes all the medicine, and he starts trying to cut out the stitches or the braces in his mouth. And it was like he made a choice. He's not going to sit around anymore. So what does Unc say? Unc says, boys only believe the stories they are told and taught. But men go and seek the knowledge for themselves. If that's where you're going with it, men go out and seek their own knowledge and discover their own truths. If that's where you're going with it, I concur. If you're going in a different direction, please let me know.
You had said, I don't let that thought run the show. So like when you're,
I don't let my feelings run the show. Yeah. I don't, because those thoughts are natural. Those feelings are natural. And that's the difference, I would say, between boys and girls and men and women. So it's because even women, we can say they're emotional creatures, but at some point, you got to stop letting emotions dictate everything, because you'll be a mess otherwise. But men for sure. I mean, how could you lead if you're just doing everything based on emotions? because I have thoughts every day. I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning and I sat at the edge of my bed. I was like, I don't want to do nothing. I want to get back into bed. Literally had that feeling. I was like, oh, I just want to get back into bed. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And my legs hurt. If I listen to that feeling, it's, oh, Angel, I'm gonna get, let me come back to that, Angel. Let me come back to that. Because I agree and disagree at the same time, but it might be semantics. So if I just sit on the edge of the bed and I listen to those feelings, maybe my legs feel okay, but my mind isn't. My mind is broken for the rest of the day because I didn't do what I needed to do. Right. So I got up, rode my bike for a couple miles, took my dog for a walk for a mile. And it's like, it's nothing crazy. I'm not, this isn't a brag, but like, I got a night, like it was a muggy day. I'm in a hoodie. I'm like, I'm sweating a little bit. I feel good. My dog is worn out. And I peacefully just got to listen to nature and look around and just have a conversation with God. My day starts out way better when I'm like that. If I listen to my feelings, I can't do that. Right. So I gotta overcome my feelings and know what, how does my wife say it? My wife and her family, they talk about future them. Future them. Do something now that future you is gonna be happy about. Right. Doing that, future me is gonna be good. Because I'm not gonna lift weights today. I'm gonna lift weights tomorrow morning. So that's already setting cool. I'm gonna make sure I get a good cardio workout later in class. Cool. I got my work in morning and evening. I'm is dope. I'm set. I'm good. I can go about my day. So Angel says men are way more emotional. I concur. Men are more emotional. You know what? We're more sensitive. Don't get it twisted. Men are very sensitive because men can only handle, we don't handle it very well when women say something about us. If the woman we love says something mean about us, ooh, we get sensitive. We get real sensitive about certain things. And we actually care a lot. We care a lot about what the woman that we are with what she thinks of us. We want to be her knight. We want to be our hero. We want to be her Superman. And we when we fail that, when we feel like we're failing at that or not doing a good job, it destroys us. It destroys us. Like Corey, if your wife tells you that you're not doing something good enough, yeah, see that he just went, mm. Yeah, it's painful. It's painful. We are like, ugh. It kills us.
Kills some of us.
It kills us in that moment. Like we need to revive ourselves. I'm not gonna front. We need to come back from that, but it's like it's painful.
You take so much pride. If you take a whole lot of pride in that, and then someone tells you and says, like, well, no, you ain't actually even doing that.
Yeah, it kills us. But it's like, but a man will take that. He'll take that on the chin and see, okay, is this something I can get I'm really better at? Like if my wife tells me I'm an a-hole, you're right. You're facts. Facts. You're not listening to me. Do you mean I'm not understanding your feelings or am I not listening to your words? Because I'm listening to your words, but the words don't seem to match up with the feelings. And so like I could take those criticisms, but if my wife came to me and said, you're not being a good enough man for me, ooh, I don't even know if I could, ooh, that one would hurt a lot. That one would destroy all. And that's why you listen to these older women, um, like Allison Armstrong. I'll shout her out. Women got to be careful what they say to men. It's like because what you say matters because he's gonna take that in. If and it's funny because I just was watching this video. She was talking about how men are a certain way when you're dating them, and then sort of things change. And I go back to this episode of Blackish where she's like, you used you don't even buy me flowers. And he was like, you know why I don't buy you flowers? And then it reflects back to when he got her this rose, and she laughed at him. She laughed at him because it was just like this one single rose or one single flower. And so he never did it again. It's like if you, and it's this weird concept because, like, luckily I had this conversation with my wife early on when we were just sort of seeing each other. It's like, well, why don't you wash? She would say, why don't you wash the dishes like this? I'm like, because I wash them like this, and I'm the one doing the dishes. Let me do the dishes my way. Now, does everything go like that? No. But the chores that I do, she typically leaves me alone. If she drastically wants something, if she wants something to change, she knows the word it like, hey, I know you do it like this. I would really appreciate it if it could be done like this. And then it's still up to me if I want to do it that way. And so why get in this fight? Why get in this argument? And because then for us, it's like we don't want to do it. Just like a woman doesn't want to have to tell us what to do, we don't want to be told how to do it. And that's the funny thing that you got to learn how to compromise through. And it feels like I'm bouncing all around, but like that's an interesting concept I just thought about. Women don't want to have to tell a man what to do, and men don't want to be told what to do. Same thing. So James says, same thing. I bought flowers for my wife years ago, picked her flowers, beautiful flowers, and she got mad. Oops. Yeah, so it makes you not want to make you send it through or send flowers again. Effective communication is very important. You can express to each other you said it right. Yeah, like communication is everything. So like whenever I hear a woman, she's talking about a relationship and she's like, I don't want to have to tell him what to do. And I'm like, I get that, but how does he know? He's not in your head. He's not there. He doesn't know what you want. Well, he should just know. Well, do you know everything he wants? Well, no. I'm like, well then, like, think about that. We're not mind readers. It's easier for a woman to pick up on what another woman needs because y'all are women. If I'm around Corey, I can see what Corey might need help with. He's a dude. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, you want some help with that? And if he's like, no, I got it. I read off of, no, I got it. Does he really like, bruh, just hand me this. Like, give it to me. You just being like, so he's being a dude right now. So it's
What women are getting mad out there about a single flower or anything like
lots
that?
of women.
That's so
Lots of women.
bizarre.
Women get mad if you do stuff over the top sometimes because they don't know how to deal with they don't know how to communicate their own stuff that it may, or they don't like being uncomfortable. Yeah, doing too much. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I can't tell you. I think that was a common theme dating Black women. You doing too much. What you mean I'm doing too much? I'm being a husband. If and I think that's a big thing. I don't, and I told my wife this when we were together. I'm like, look, I don't know how to be a boyfriend. I'll just tell you this right now. I know how to be a husband. So all you're gonna get while we're together is a husband. Like, I'm not a boyfriend. I'm not gonna move like a quote unquote boyfriend. Look, I'm gonna move like I'm your husband. I'm gonna open the doors for you. You walking our curbside when we go for a walk. I'm not gonna be cool if you hanging out with a whole bunch of dudes. I'm not gonna like, look, I'm moving like a husband. Everything I do, I'm moving like a husband. I'm paying for things. This is how we're moving. This is what we're doing. Like, I'm moving like a husband. And so if that's not what you want, I'm not the one. because I don't want to be told I'm doing too much. Because to me, I'm doing everything I should be doing. And if I stop doing it, you're going to immediately know, you're going to feel that. Because the moment I stop doing stuff, my feelings also get withdrawn. And I become, what did you say earlier? A robot. Oh, and there's nothing worse than me becoming a robot. Because I'm there. I'll just look you dead in your face. Yeah, I love you too. And and like there's just a wall blocking all emotions. You're not getting nothing. I dog walk you behind closed doors and just look at you cold as ice. It's like that's where a woman doesn't want a man to be. Married my high school sweetheart after I had to go through things. We communicate very well. Yeah, communication is all what it comes down to. And understanding that we're different. Some women become aliens to men because communication. Yeah. It's like it's literally all communication. And then men need to learn to give grace to try to find a way, because every woman's different, to deep dive into that woman's emotions. So what I used to do, and sometimes I still mess this up, is like if we're having a discussion and something said to me, and I think I'm like, okay, this sentence means this. I respond to that sentence without realizing that what she just said isn't what she really feels. Her feelings aren't matching the words. And so now I have to take the time to figure out the feelings and not pay attention so much to the words. It's also on a woman's, I think, because I'm sure I do this sometimes too. It's up to the person to make sure that their words are matching their feelings. And then it's up to the other person to give grace to figure out what those feelings are. Like my wife and I can have a great debate. And when I say great debate, I mean, it could be an argument. And eventually we'll get to it. And I'm like, yo, see, I thought that's what you meant. Why did you deny these feelings? So you were really feeling that? Because I didn't know I was feeling that in the moment. Oh, that's so painful. Okay. So really what you meant was this, and this, and this? Yeah. Oh. Well, why couldn't you just pick that up then? I'm like, because you said you weren't feeling that. That's where I thought you were going. But if you're not feeling that, then I'm like blown away. I'm like, okay, she's denying this feeling. And it's like, so now I do my best to just I don't want to argue any feelings because it's a losing battle. I just look, it sounds bad, but anytime I see a woman upset, I try to remind myself that that's just a little girl version of her. I can't argue with that. I just need to listen and figure it out. And it's amazing. I think all women also should hang out with other women and talk to other women. My wife got a great dose of that this weekend. Yeah. And there was a woman that she was driving home with that tried to give her directions back to our house. She's like, oh, you should take this way to go. And she's like, wait, what? And I was like, oh, you don't like people telling you where to go when you know how to get there? I'm like, that's interesting. Like, oh. And like, there were a couple other things that she was like, yeah, I was frustrated. And all I could think about is like, is this what he goes through? And I just started laughing. And when and every time she started talking about something else, I was like, message. And like, because it was funny, because like women don't know until they date a woman or they're around other women. Like my ex-wife, she thought for sure men were just difficult beings. She dated a woman, mm, mm, and she was more the logical one. She was, she was. It was funny. All I could do is laugh. It's like, man, men will never understand women because they change as soon as you think you know them. Ooh, I'm not gonna go on that one, James. I would say a girl might do that. A girl might do that. I won't say a woman will do that. I think all humans change as we get older. Our experiences help us change. Our experiences help us grow. And I think if we can look at things like that and just be okay with where they're going. Like the woman I married she's not gonna be the same in 10 years, right? So unconditional love is loving her as she becomes something new. Period.
I think it's growth versus a different moral compass, or like how you were talking about, like being,
Yeah, if the values change, essentially. Yeah, if the values change, then we got to reevaluate,
yeah,
right? So, like, if I come home and I'm like, hey, I want 10 wives, this is what I need. I need 10 wives. My values have changed. 10 wives seems a bit excessive, but, that seems like a lot, actually. I don't want 10 wives. 3 wives, though. 3 wives I can unpack. No response, man. Like, I thought for sure that I'd get a laugh or something. I thought Corey would say, wow.
I was responding to somebody.
Corey, Corey,
you're shaking my
Corey,
head.
could you even picture having a second wife?
I don't know how that works. I can't. My brain can't.
See, I would only want it to make the household even smoother.
Are you talking about both wives like working together?
Yeah, sister wives. Like I don't need to do nothing. I'm good. I'm chilling.
But what if that falls apart?
What if what falls apart?
Your two wives don't work well together.
Well, the second one would have never became the wife. Duh.
What if what if one of the wives put on that representative long enough for you to wife her? And then
Ah.
once you get there, and then it's like, no, I'm jealous.
I
all the
can
time.
I see through the BS. I'll be honest with myself. Sometimes I've just picked destructive women.
Hmm.
Just because I like to tempt fate. Like I knew the women were destructive.
What if the two women got along better than you?
And like they just wanted to eliminate the masculine energy from the household.
Not eliminate it. Just what if you felt like they got along better?
Cool.
You were in the situation.
Am I still getting the 3 things that I need? I'm cool.
Really?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I told you, I'm a caveman, yo. Like when that list I gave Corey, mine is fighting, sex, food, reading. I'm good
In that order.
in that order. Let me fight. Let me go to war for a little bit in my gym or in a ring or somewhere. Let me go fight. Let me come home and do something behind closed doors. Feed me, and I am good. I am good. I am a caveman. Oh, me, man.
What's that order again? One more time.
Fighting,
Yeah.
sex, that's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
That's not the way I prefer to say
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Eating.
Me differently.
Eating and reading a book.
And that is supposed to determine what?
It's just my way of thinking. Like, it was my way of determining if you're a caveman or not.
It's a caveman scale.
Caveman scale. Yeah, it seems simple.
Right.
Like I know plenty of men that would rather read or eat first.
Yeah,
And usually, and with them, sex was third or fourth. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like,
I'm over here trying to like pull it together though, thinking about it. Like, what does that mean? Like,
I
how do you decipher that then between the two of you if you have different answers? What does that mean about each of you?
it just means that we're different. It means that one, where you could probably look statistically that most people that were raised that would choose books probably didn't encounter a lot of violence, right? They didn't they didn't just spend a lot of time fighting. I,
And you pick fighting, or do you pick fighting because that's what you know? Is like, are you picking
I genuinely feel alive fighting. Oh my goodness.
so you enjoy
I am like lasered in. There's and coaching, like coaching is it's weird because coaching, I get just as focused. Like anything I do, I usually focus. I don't understand people that just bounce around doing different things. Like I'm like, you're not getting anything done, but that's you. It's like if I'm doing social media, I'll play some music in the background or whatever, and I'm locked into social media. And the problem is when I'm waiting for something to load, if it's like, oh, this is gonna take 15 minutes to load, I'll play a game of chess and I'll get completely sucked into that game of chess. It's like I'm just focused. Fighting for me it falls in that. I just want to focus. And there's something beautiful about getting hit, getting kicked, and getting this stuff done and being able to be able to retaliate. And there's a game. I find it such a fun game. Even if it was life or death, there would be something exciting about it that I can't get anywhere else because nothing like it's mixing danger and chess. It's like playing chess in real life and it's fun. I I don't know. And it's probably because it's easy and I've been doing it my whole life. And then, well, sex is sex, yo. Like sex, I treat the same way. I want to lose myself. I want to lose myself in that person. I want to have fun conquering that person in a different way, in the most fun, pleasurable way. And then eating, well, I need to get my strength back. And reading, reading has become something that I enjoy. However, most of the people that I talk to that choose reading, they would choose reading fiction books. Because they're choosing reading as number one, and they want to read fiction where I don't want to read fiction.
not over here.
I want to read, yeah, I want to read nonfiction.
Yeah.
Give me books that can help me become better.
Yeah.
I want to become better. If I read an autobiography, it's because it's gonna make me better. If I read, like I'm listening to Bill Belichick's book, The Art of Winning or something like that. And it's strictly because he's like the most winningest football coach ever. I want to understand. And a lot of the things he's saying, I'm already doing. And it's like, okay, dope, cool. And some of the things he's like, I'm like, man, I would have never thought about that. Or I I don't see how I can apply that in here. I don't know if that works for me. But those are the type of books I read. I want to learn how to become a better person. When I read Brene Brown, Dare to Lead, it's because I wanted to learn how to communicate about my feelings with my significant other better. I want to do that. But also I want to understand a woman because man, I'm failing at understanding how women communicate their emotions. And then Brene talked about like how humans, right? How humans, especially women, will picture something in their head based on something you said. So if let's say Melissa, since you're here, if you say, "How do I look in this blouse?" and I say, "Oh, you look okay. Yeah, you look good." And you paint the picture, "Oh, he hates it. He hates everything about." I didn't say none of that.
That wasn't a good response.
I didn't say yeah, it may not be a good response, but I'm saying like
Like shit in red.
yeah, but what I'm saying is now it's up to you to say, "Hey, when you said I just look okay and you think I look good, the response you gave me, no, sorry, that's not how you should word it. The picture I'm painting in my head is that I look horrible in this blouse. I don't look good in this. Is this how you really is this what you really think?" And I'm like, no, 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 no. That wasn't my intent at all. I didn't think any of that. No, you look good. Or I could say, and if I didn't think you look good, I'm like, no, I think you look good in the blouse. It I think you have something, there's something better that you can wear out. Like,
But I love the blue one you wore the other
yeah. So like my wife will say, "What do you think about this?" I'm like, "I don't think that matches right," or "I don't think that fits where we're going." And it's not like I get dressed up that often, but she trusts in my opinion because when I decide, like I take my time to get ready. If I get ready, I want my beard to look good, my earrings got to shine, my head's got to be shaved, I smell good, I look good, I walk out. It's just how I am when I decide to do all that. So she trusts that. What up? What up? What up? And so it's it's just understanding how to communicate that stuff. And like men should do it too. It's like if I'm feeling insecure or I'm feeling a way about myself, there's strength in being vulnerable and honest. It's like, hey, the what I'm picturing in my head right now is this, this, and this. Oh man, like being able to communicate that is dope and understanding how to do that. And so, but again, I'm picking that fourth. If you told me in this order I get to do it, that's what I'm doing. It's like I want to spend an hour, 1 to 4 hours fighting. I want to spend what another 1 to 2 hours maybe having sex. Give me an hour eating, and I'll end the night with 10 minutes of reading. Dope. If that's what and then go to sleep. If that was my
I think the interesting thing is that like me and Mark are like really similar, like in a number of like different ways of like how we go about things, how we prioritize things, how we think about things and ways to get to where we want to go. But then at the same time, we have like different priorities, and all it is a difference of like what excites you in the brain. What are the things that bring you energy?
Or what he had said before, possibly just how you were raised. Like part of that might play into it so much that
oh yeah, my childhood was violent.
Yep.
My childhood was very violent. Yeah. And and it's funny, I find pleasure in it. It's why it's almost why I shouldn't do it anymore. Why I shouldn't step into a ring, why I shouldn't do these things because I find utter pleasure in it. James said favorite food for wife and you? Like her favorite food? I don't think she has one. Thai food. She loves Thai food. She loves Italian food. Man, anything with carbs, my wife loves. It's why I can't eat the same thing she eats because hers goes into all the right spots. Um, my favorite food, tacos. Actually, no, tacos. Tacos is her favorite food because yeah, we had to put it in our vows that if she's sad, mad, angry, whatever, I bring her a taco. Tacos in the vow. My girlfriend broke up with me too for no reason. Wait a minute. Okay, my boyfriend broke up with me too for no reason. I took him back 10, what? Back 10 meetings. What does that mean? Corey, I'm old. 10 months together. Oh, how was I supposed to get GG? I'm 45 years old. There's no way I was gonna look at that and know 10 months. Am I a ribeye steak guy? No, I love steak. I love steak. I mean, steak taco, steak burrito. I would steak burritos, pizza. Okay, so Gigi, my boyfriend broke up with me too for no reason. I took him back 10 months, 10 months together. If he was the wait a minute, what? Corey, am I reading this wrong? He broke up with me 2 times for no reason. Okay, Gigi, let me give you some hard truth. There is a reason. Whether or not the reason is quote unquote you, I don't know. The reason could be him. And that's a reason, right? But he showed you already. He showed you he doesn't value you enough to ride with it. And so, oh, Yoda, you're so mean. Yoda, Yoda, that's not nice. That's not. It's funny, but not nice. Grammar, it could have been. Yeah, you should have said it backwards. How you gonna have the name Yoda and say it like that? You're failing at Yoda. Grammar could grammar reason could have been. No, I couldn't fit it in text. There's a max words. Um, so so Gigi, what I would say is it like first off, if you want to do what we described on here a little bit is self-reflection, right? Look at yourself and ask yourself where you could have been a better girlfriend, right? One, two, let him go. Let him go because he's already showed that whether it's something that you're not doing for him or something that he cannot do for himself, he's not reliable enough to stick around. Like, how old are you? Like, so age also plays a part. He came back the first time after he left me, 18. So 18. So, and I'm taking he's probably about the same age. If he's about the same age, then what I would say is like he's young, no excuse, but he's already letting you know he's not ready. He's not ready to settle down. And what he could be doing is breaking up with you, going to do something else, and then coming back and then going to do something else. So if he's thinking he's finding something better, or maybe he just doesn't feel like he's good enough. Regardless, he's not being consistent. So just let it go. Let it go and self-reflect. Like, okay, how can I be a better girlfriend? Because the alternative is like, oh, he ain't nothing, he ain't nothing, he ain't nothing, or you beat yourself up, right? You beat yourself up. Either way, you're gonna come into the next relationship damaged, right? Because if you blame it all on him, then there's no accountability. And if you take it all onto yourself, that means the next man is going to be pouring love into an empty hole. So do some self-reflection, figure out what you could have done better and where, and then just let it be. I know it's just all the memories that keep hurting me, and that's the reason I can't get over it. I mean, I feel that. And here's the this is where I'm gonna sound old. This is the issue when you are sleeping with men. So when you gave a part of you to that man that you necessarily wouldn't give to anybody, right? So it's beyond your heart. You gave him your heart, but you gave him your body too, and you gave him your mind. And so all of that now, you're always going to have those memories, right? And so it's not about erasing the memories, it's about learning from them, right? Enjoying them from what they were and then letting them go. Not the memories, but letting the feelings sort of wash away. Because not everybody's meant to stick around.
If those feelings are hurting already, it's going to compound.
Yeah.
Also.
So I can't ever forget about that. I don't know how somebody can just leave. Don't try to understand why someone could leave. You'll be there all day trying to solve that puzzle. That's not a puzzle you need to solve. What you need to do is focus on you. How you could be better. In what ways could you have been better? What ways do you still enjoy about yourself? And you just build on top of that. Literally focus on you. You can't stress about why he left because you're just going to beat yourself up. Focus on you and become better. You're 18. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. So figure out how you could become a better person overall and a better significant other so that when you get into a relationship, you're good. Nah, even if he gave you a reason, the reason may not hold water, right? It's not about I promise you, it seems like the reason would do justice right now. It's not a reason would not get rid of the pain. The pain is there. And that's the part you got to realize. No matter what, the pain is there. So that's what you got to heal, right? You're always forever, you're going to have a scar there. You let somebody in and they hurt you, which causes a cut. Now you got to let it scar over. The scar is going to be there. How you treat it, though, matters. I'll see him at school every day. Well, then you see him at school. And if you cry, you cry. At some point, though, you got to stand up for yourself and be like, I can't let you just keep coming back. Because then it's like you letting me live at a house and I don't got to pay rent. You know what I'm saying?
Has more value.
Melissa says you have more value than that. I concur on that notion. Yeah, so you're saying he's so immature. Look, the problem isn't that he's so immature. Turn that around. The problem is I'm so immature that I would tolerate this and that I would keep going back to this. You can't change him. You can change yourself. Yeah, you control. Thank you, Corey. You control you. Yes. Perfect. You're also immature because you can't let it go. That's not a diss. That's not a dig. That's stating a fact. Right? I can't say a woman I was with is immature. No, because I was the one that chose that. I'm immature for choosing that and for choosing to go back to it or stay with it. No. If I chose to remove myself and not tolerate it and have what do you young folks call it now? Boundaries. Boundaries. Whatever. But if you have boundaries, then you don't got to worry about that.
And even if this was the first moments that she realized that, she has a choice right now to do better.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
move on in life in a way that's going to benefit her, not just now, but future her.
Yeah.
For standing up for herself.
Look, Gigi, this is the same lesson I told my daughter. Right, it was just hard for me to stick to that because I loved him so much. You still love him. You still love him.
Love yourself more.
You can't love that. That's love yourself more. I understand what you're saying with that, Melissa. It's not about you should love yourself also. Right? It's like I'm fine in the day and it hits me at night. So, but yeah, because you're not doing anything. At night, if your schedule slowed down and you got time to think, now your brain is thinking about it. So that's a good time to journal. Write down all those feelings and get them out. Blah, vomit them out. And love yourself. It's not about loving yourself more. It's loving yourself. Because right now, you love him. Love you also. Loving you will help you heal yourself. Period. Because if you try to like love yourself more than you love him, that's another fight, emotional struggle that like takes forever. It's just love yourself, write out all the feelings you have for him, and do that every time. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. Exactly. So journal, like literally just journal out what you're feeling when you start thinking it. Or talk in your phone if you don't want to write. Or make a video that nobody else sees. Right? There's a million ways to get it out because you just need to get it out of your brain. And you might have to do this every day for a year. So the thing is, now I feel so much more pretty now. He made me feel less about me. Yeah. So you already healing, you're already going through it. You should always look at yourself like you're pretty. Now, where you rate yourself is another story. Like, don't rate yourself as a 10 if you're not a 10, but like, you should always think you're pretty and focus on you. Make you better. Make yourself better all across the board. And if you need something to keep you busy at night, go find a boxing gym, a BJJ gym, a Muay Thai gym. Just go beat the out of something. I know people always make fun of me for that, but like it works. Go punch some stuff until you feel better. Go lift some weights. Go run. Go ride a bike. Go do something. And my whole room is filled with pictures of us and posters and all. Girl, if you don't take that down, all right, Gigi, you need to follow me and you need to DM me because by this weekend. Oh, you do boxing. Okay. So, Gigi, you're going to follow me right now. You're going to DM me and you're just going to say, "What's up?" Oh, you do follow me. Great. I thought you looked familiar. Great. I need you to DM me, and this is what we're going to do. By Friday or Saturday, I'm going to message you. I'm going to be like, "You take down those pictures yet?" And if you haven't taken those pictures, girl, I'm clowning. And I'm going to keep clowning you until you take down these damn pictures. And better yet, you know what? I'll do it even better. Corey, you just popped in my head right now. Gigi, I will send you a t-shirt or a hoodie, a You Control You t-shirt or hoodie, if you take down the pictures. Just put them in a box. We don't have to do nothing else with them. Put them in a box.
We'll burn 'em later.
Get a picture of that box.
Yeah, I will send you a t-shirt or a hoodie. You just need to put the pictures in a box. And then send me a picture that all of them are in the box.
Confirmation.
And I will send you, and then I just need an address, and I'll send you a t-shirt or a hoodie. You pick. You pick. Because Gigi, we're helping you through this. By the time you are 19, you're gonna be like, who? Who's this man? Who's this man?
I upgraded in life.
So, oh, you are so welcome, Gigi. Look, I'm here to help people take control of their lives. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. He is who he is. You need to focus on you. Understand that every day of your life, you control you. Nothing else, just you. And on that note, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for following. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for everything. Eugene, thank you for the heart. Man, thank y'all for rocking with me. It was an impromptu episode today. I appreciate y'all rolling with. Make sure you like, subscribe. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like everywhere. I appreciate y'all so much. Love y'all, man. We out. Peace. That's a t-shirt I'll be excited to give away.